We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Hi, guys. I'm Sam Fuka. I'm an Australian Olympic diver, and you're listening to Power 98.5.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Stephen Cuoco.
Well. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's 11:11 a.m. here in Las Vegas, Nevada. No matter where you're at in the world, we are your premier destination for all things news, music, sports, entertainment, reality TV, and some great, if not a lot of really great conversation on Power 98.5. Whether you're listening to us on the iOS or Android app, Alexa, MyTuner, Streama, Apple Music, what else? Live FM radio. There was a couple new ones that just found out. We're 200 countries. We are across over 200 countries. I know for a fact 200, but I believe that we are over, especially with being, top 10 in news, just most recently on Apple Music, Power 98.5. I've got to mention this. I was going to bring this up. I was listening on my drive home yesterday, and I ended up texting this to myself because I thought this was very interesting. As you all know, we've got, AJ, we've got a lot of discussion we're going to be talking about when it comes to Power Slap. Power Slap 4, this coming Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be available live and free on Rumble. So you can go to blah, blah, blah. I'm fasting, so I haven't eaten anything yet today. I'm not even doing coffee. Live, free on Rumble, www.rumble.com. You can access it on your iOS, Android, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Google TV, and more. You can go ahead and download the app and watch it on air. And so headlining, all right, Power Slap 4 will be a light heavyweight match between number one ranked AJ Static Hint and fighting out of Friendship, Wisconsin against who I'm interviewing today, Austin Turp, Daddy Slim Turpin. Okay, 3 wins, 2 knockouts, and he's going to be fighting out of St. Augustine, Florida. And before we get to talking and bringing Austin on, this is my whole point. Did you guys hear about the whole thing? What was it? Cardi B did it here in Vegas. She threw a microphone at somebody. I saw the video on TikTok. She threw a microphone at someone, and because someone, I believe it was a woman, they said on the radio, threw water at her. Okay. They are auctioning off a microphone that Cardi B threw at someone in the audience who threw water on her. They wanted to sue Cardi B. Was it insufficient evidence or insufficient something, wasn't it? Okay, so whatever it is, it got dismissed. They're auctioning off the microphone. Here's my whole point. If Austin needs to do this at Power Slap this coming week, this coming Wednesday, we're going to do it. They are auctioning off the microphone is now at $99,000. A fucking microphone that Cardi B threw at someone who threw out water. A microphone is worth $99,000. It may be over more than that by now because that was just yesterday. $99,000 of a microphone being thrown. I think I'm going to have Austin throw me at Power Slap on Wednesday so I can be worth $99,000 and someone can auction me off and give me like 30% of that. I think that's going to be a really great idea that you can throw something and it can be valued at $99,000. Yeah. Okay. Well, Austin, I don't know if you want to do any throwing at Power Slap, off Power Slap, but after finding out a microphone can be worth $99,000, I want to be worth $99,000. So you can throw me anywhere.
if you want to be tossed, I'll pick you up and toss you. One thing I know for sure is AJ's head's going to be coming off of his shoulders. And I don't know if you've heard about that. Those old guys back in the day, they used to play dodgeball with their fallen soldiers. They'd pick up their heads and pick them up, and they'd throw them at each other and play dodgeball with it. So maybe I'll take AJ's head and throw it into the crowd, and we can see what we can auction that off and get. I'm
going to tell you this. You guys not having braces on your neck, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I can feel it. You gotta build the brace. The brace comes from the hard work, doing those trap workouts and building that neck, doing that neck workout, doing those neck works out. It all is on yourself to build that brace. Yeah. And it looks like, you're right. AJ probably does need a little bit of extra help. He could probably they should probably wrap it up or put a neck brace on him before he goes up there just for his safety, because he's got a little noodle neck. Well, he's coming on live at 12 o'clock today. We've got you, we've got AJ. Is it just rivalry and competition there on a stage, or is there something personal coming into this match coming up on Wednesday that do you feel that you need to prove something, or do you feel that you've already valued, given a solid understanding of who you are as a man and as a professional? Are you going to make a difference when you smack AJ out, or what's the game? What's the goal?
Yeah, there's definitely, my last, every time I'm evolving. So my next slap against AJ is going to be completely different. And as far as what I'm proving to myself every day that I can grow, and I can, power through anything. I put myself in tough situations every day, more so the last few weeks leading up to it. The last few days I've just been doing some cardio, just kind of letting my muscles rest, do resting and stuff like that. So, but leading up to this, I've been putting myself through the trenches, and I've got a castle in my mind, an absolute fortitude. The Trojan horse, I look right through it and see any dweebs hiding in there, any little AJs hiding in that Trojan horse. And I'd take a big huff and puff and just blow right through it and hop up there and grab them and just rip their heads off, take a big bite off right through their heads and chew it up and shit it out. Cause that's all he is a little snack to me. I can't wait to get up there August 9th, live and free on the Rumble Lab. Tune in, because I'm going to bring some kinetic energy for the old static dead battery AJ hints. I just can't wait to be out there, Steve. I'm just thrilled and ready to go, dude.
We had a great chat before we went live, and you've got a great spirit to you. You've got a great personality. I'm going to say it on record. You remind me of someone. I would think that you had your own show on the Discovery Channel, because you are pure television.
AJ kind of looks like an alien or something. So I feel like this might be like a little an alien, a Discovery Channel. A man hunts down and finds this weird alien that he found that what looks like he just walked out through the dumpsters or something. So it's gonna be like a Discovery show, TV show come August 9th.
Well, do we have any questions? Oh, Caitlin from Florida. She's given a shout out to you. Caitlin, who else? Ronnie.
Shout out to Caitlin.
Caitlin and Ronnie, thank you guys. If anyone has any questions, you can hit that little messenger if you're on the app or the website. We've got the messenger on the bottom right-hand corner. You can go ahead if you want to do a shout out, if you have any questions or anything.
All these little things. Being on your show right now, talking to you, running into people who have seen this show, hearing that there's people giving me a shout out to Caitlin. It's all just so surreal to me. Being a regular worker, coming from the 9 to 5 grind, the 5 to 6 grind, really working my tail off and being a sweat dog out there and just grinding every day, having this opportunity to come in front of me and be on my plate. There's nothing if I wasn't to put everything that I've got into it, it would just chew me up and eat me up alive. So every time I get my chance to go up there and get that opportunity to go to Las Vegas and put on a show, that's exactly what it's going to be, because right now is when the hard work gets put in, the leading days up to it, waiting for my match. That's when I'm grinding it out. So everybody who watches, who either loves me or hates me, is just giving me more fuel and more of a reason to get out there and be better and achieve that greatness and power slap and get my belt, because that's my belt Ron's got. I'm coming for the bearded bitch. I'm going to send AJ the static dead battery to the ground. She's going into her head's going into the crowd, and then I'm coming straight for the bearded bitch, just like Cardi B threw something at that gal in her stand. I'm gonna rip that podium up off the slap stage and sling it right at the bearded bitch Ron and knock his ass out. Just let him know, I'm coming for him.
Ronnie wants to know: are you a real Yankees fan?
I'm a Babe Ruth fan. I'm a fan of the great Bambino. I feel like it's hard not to give the guy respect. So anybody who puts in, that that work on their stage and presents that type of athleticism like the Babe, and can just point out a shot and send it right where he wants it. I'm definitely a fan of that.
What are you doing to get conditioned right now is what I would like to know. What does it take for you to get prepared for something like this? Because it's very different from what I cover and what we usually talk about and discuss when we think of UFC fighters. What does an athlete like yourself go through? What do you need to do to condition, to eat, to get yourself emotionally and mentally prepared for this, even physically?
So I've in the coming since March, since I started with power slaps, after I won my first match, my diet's changed and my whole lifestyle's changed. So I'm on a animal-based diet where I'm eating just fruits, meat, a little bit of vegetables, cheese, stuff like that. Nothing processed, nothing too green, not eating too many vegetables. Really just the cucumber. And then as far as the training I do like the basics in the gym, like the squats, the deadlifts, the bent over rows, the bench press, the curls. I've gotten some help. I've never been too, when I was in high school, I was big in the gym, but since I've got out of high school, I haven't been in the gym too much. So this opportunity that I've gotten has given me the chance to get into the gym. So I'm doing the basics. A couple of things outside of the basics I'm doing is like neck training. I've got a halo type deal that I'll put on my head, and I'll go to the cable machine and I'll lock that dude on. It's got four circle hooks on it, and I'll link up that cable machine. I'll put it on 50 pounds and I'll move my head 25 each way. And then I'll do that 4 times, so 100 reps total. And then also I got this thing at my house called the Iron Neck. I link that thing up to my door, and there's a harness that I put on my head, and I'm looking each way, and it's got a resistance band hooked up to a turning mechanism that you have on your head. And when you turn, it puts resistance on your neck, and you got to keep your neck still. And so I'm really making sure that my neck, my shoulders, my traps, everything to brace myself is as strong as possible. That's my emphasis, is on, building a really strong upper half. Below the shoulders and above is really where I'm working.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
You look a lot younger, and I'm going to say with your diet and from what I saw on your Instagram, you look 21, 22. So for what it's worth, what you're changing up and the enhancements that you're making for yourself, Austin, are working, and it's changing your whole look.
And I really appreciate that, because that's, being healthy is something that you can visually see on somebody. You can tell when somebody's healthy just by their look. And beforehand, I wasn't in the best of shape. I was, just eat anything, still on drinking beers, drinking a 12-pack every once in a while, had the beer belly, and wasn't going in the right direction with my life as far as my health and everything really. this job, this opportunity has given me not only health benefits but wealth benefits as well. You know, I've succeeded in life so far with this more than ever, and I'm more comfortable now than ever. And a lot of that is my health, you know, because when you're not healthy and you know you're overweight as much as I was, and you know I wasn't, you couldn't have put me on the 1,000 Pound Sisters TV show or nothing like that. But I just wasn't where I needed to be, and it's easy to get like that with the way food is nowadays. It's easy to linger off on the tubby side.
Yeah, and you're how tall?
I'm like 5'11",
Oh, okay. So 28,
72
5'11".
inches.
Wow.
So
No, you look bigger. Like when I last saw you do your match, you look a lot taller. But then again, you have a presence to you. It's your energy, and this is no BS. It's your energy. It's really what you give off. And I can honestly tell you, you know, we all know you've got a match coming up. We know that, you know, things happen. There's a conditioning that needs to happen. There's a certain tone, a certain narrative. You know, you're going in there, and this is a sport. You're going in there to win. You're going in there to make a point. You've got other people down the road, Austin, that you're going to be competing against. And I'm going to honestly say, from when I first witnessed a live match with you to what I'm now seeing now online and how you look in your promo photos, there is a huge difference. So stick with what you're doing. I would say not just for getting prepared for Power Slap. I would say in general, even whether it's television ready or whatever it may be, it's working for you. And I believe a lot more is going to happen for you when you least expect it, keeping yourself in this type of conditioning as often as possible.
yeah, it's really opened my eyes, Steven. Those all very motivating words right there, because it's fuel to my engine. And every day I think about, you know, how I could be, you know, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and rushing off to get to the job, or rushing off to get to the office to make sure I'm there. And it's so humbling to get to go to the gym, get to work on my health, and do the research I've done. I'm reading books now, and I've worked on things that I never really would have had. I don't want to say the opportunity, because I could have done it. I could have made time for myself. So it's one thing that it's opened my eyes to understand that it's always worth putting in that extra effort on yourself, because whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out. Nothing worth having is going to be easy to get. And I want to reign with that belt. I want to have an awesome life. I don't want to have a more than, you know, a regular boring life. I want to enjoy life. I want to get to experience life. And to do that, I've got to work hard, and I've got to put myself out there and really bring an energy that is, that wants to be, that people want to be around. Because I've been around people my whole life, and I know the people I do like, I know the people I don't like. And a lot of times it's people who I can't really enjoy myself around it. And I feel like being happy, being in the moment is really what I'm doing. I'm living in the moment, and I'm enjoying it, my man. Steve, there's not a day I could think of a complaint, you know. Really, I'm living the dream. Like they say, you know, you go to, I don't know how many times I used to say that, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning, get to the job site, and somebody asked me, you know, how you doing? I'm living the dream. You know, I'd say that every day. I'd tell somebody, hey, I'm living the dream. You know, I can't complain, you know, and now I really can't. There's nothing to complain about, man. I'm just ready to go.
How's your family been? How's the support system been for you?
It's been awesome. I've not being able to see how happy and how I've made my family feel off of what I've done is a reward in its own. You know, you can't buy stuff like that, because I was just living a regular life. You know, I wasn't really they could have been happy for me because I wasn't strung out on some type of drug. I wasn't on the drugs, or, you know, I wasn't, you know, in any super bad situations. So they had that to be happy for me about. But now they're seeing me chase my dreams. They're seeing me, evolve into a healthier version of myself. They're seeing a true, happy and a truly just enjoying life, Austin, and to be able to give my family that is a reason for me. It's fuel to my engine. It's one of the things that I think about when I'm in the gym or when I'm in the sauna or when I'm on the bike, when I'm running. I think about how much I've changed my whole life, not just and those around me. So when I get to see my mom or my dad and my family and they're happy with me and they're telling me how they're telling somebody, they're bragging on me, it just is it's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I've got to ask this, how many years? Because certain sports, we all know there's usually a timeline when someone either is going to retire or transition in something else. How long do you plan on going with doing Power Slap? Is it going to be based on who's going to be available and ready to be your opponent? Or is there an age limit or a certain time frame where you, like, just for medical purpose and physical purposes, you have to retire?
I mean, as far as medically or safely or I feel like this sport, there could be a depending on how you take a hit so I feel like it varies with everybody. If somebody's going out there and they're getting knocked out every time, or they just can't get it down pat on how to take a hit, and it's clearly not going their way in most cases medically, I feel like it varies. So I think that timing is in each of our hands. How much work? Because if we fall down to a place where we're not putting in the work and we show up and we're not at the shape we need to be in, and it's not like we're going for 5 rounds or 3 rounds of hardcore mixed martial arts fighting and wrestling, but we still have to be mentally and physically in shape, because that has a lot to do with how your body recovers from getting hit in the head. So I don't look at a timeline, or because there's people in right now who are in their 40s, and there's also fellers who are approaching their 40s, and there's an older crowd doing it right now. I don't think that'll always be the case, and certainly those guys haven't really put on the most memorable performances or showcase the highest of talents, but still they're up there getting hit in the head at 40 years old, and 38 and stuff like that in their later years. And as far as where I'm at in my career now, I'm 28 years old. I'm not looking at the end. I'm not looking at when I hang it up. I'm trying to take every day as an opportunity to grow and be the best. So the end is so far for me, I can't even look at it. I don't even think about the end or the retirement or how long I'll last, because I know as long as I put in the hard work, I'll be around.
Yeah, and I believe it. You continue with where you're going with your diet, with your physical activity, your mindset. You just sound just very conditioned, very in tune with who you are as a man and as a professional. It's you've evolved. It's a lot to process right now, because what I'm hearing in this first live interview with you that you're having with me, very different from the Q&As and from what we usually go through with the regimen of meeting you guys over at the UFC Apex. So I'm going to tell you, you did very well. You're doing very well in this interview. It's very different from what I've seen in person when you're in the room with us for media day or Q&A at the Apex. And continue with this. I like this because, remember, you can highlight all the best of how you pair up these matches. But ultimately, what people need to know, what is missing, and I would like to find out more, is who are you as a person? And that's the biggest thing with, highlighting your upcoming match on Wednesday. And just to recap over this, and thank you to my assistant, we've got Power Slap 4, Hint versus Turpin. This is going to be happening on August 9th at UFC Apex in Las Vegas. It's going to be available free on Rumble. So you can go to rumble.com. You can download the Rumble app. It'll be available on Roku, Apple TV, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. With that being said, and where's my bad country? We got to use the bad country here for my good friend Austin. There we go. Well, we're going to close out, and I want to thank you for being with us today. And once again, the transformation is huge, huge, huge. Not only for who you are physically and as a professional, Austin, but I also want to say thank you for giving us and the listeners something more to be able to find out beyond the match of who Austin Turpin is. And you've done that successfully, today, and I'm sure every day.
Dude, thank you. No, being here is everything to me, Steve. Anything you do, and people listening, anything or anytime you see Steve out there, give him a follow. Do what he's doing. Watch what he's got going on, because he knows where to go. He knows the path it takes. He knows how to do the things that need to be done. Tune in live and free on the Rumble app August 9th. Watch the dead battery get a jump start. Austin Turp Daddy Slim's about to bring the kinetic energy and really shock static system and leaving flopping on the floor like a little fish out of water. Because it's my show, my time. I'm coming for the belt. Tune in, baby, on the Rumble app. You know what it is. Woo!
I love it. Thank you again. Any closing thoughts at all, my friend?
Follow me on the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Turp Daddy Slim. If you see me in the wild, come up and try to take a blow at me, and let's chit chat about my next fight if you're in Vegas. Thanks for tuning in to everybody who's here on the show. Steve, thanks for having me. I can't wait to be out there on the slap stage August 9th. I'm a really show static, some kinetic energy and really bring the power to him. And we might have an item to throw around. Maybe we'll have Static's head to throw around and put it on the auction block and see what we can get for it. Come August 9th, live and free on the Rumble app, baby. Woo!
You got it. Thanks again, Austin. Thank you again to everyone who tuned in live on air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. This interview will be available on any one of your favorite podcast channels. However, come home first. Check the schedule on power985.com, whether it be the iOS or Android app or the website. We will re-air this episode on Power 98.5 for the rest of the week and next week, and probably have it available. We'll do like a special edition. I would say let's set up a Power Slap special edition. We've got AJ coming up in 22 minutes. So he's going to be live with us as well. Excited for that. Once again, all great things Austin Turpin. Go to his Instagram, Turp Daddy Slim, TURP Daddy Slim. Share, love, like. I just shared it in my Instagram story. Send us a comment. Remember, click that bottom right-hand icon in the messenger. You can share with us whether you want to send us an email, if you want to send us an instant message. You can also call the studio line. Next time, what we will do is we will we'll go ahead. We'll set it up, contact David, and see if we can get some live Q&As. That's what I want to do next. Let's put that down as a thing to do to get a hold of David for that Power Slap 5. Actually, hold on. Austin, are you going to be Power Slap 5? Is that in a store for you, or how are they spacing you out?
I'd imagine, Power Slap 5 is when I go and knock Ron, the bearded bitch, out and get my belt. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that'll be when I go and get my belt, Power Slap 5.
All right. Well, there you guys have it. Live and direct from Mr. Austin Turpin. All great things. Austin Turpin, once again. Turp Daddy Slim. Check out all his socials and more. Where's my schedule, guys? Thank you. Austin did a great job. Once again, August 9th at the UFC Apex. Free, live on Rumble. Power Slap 4, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Free, rumble.com. You can also download the Rumble app. Have a great day, everyone.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.